In the small town of Willowbrook, nestled between rolling hills and dense forests, stood a weathered Victorian house that had long been abandoned. Its windows were shattered, the paint on its walls faded, and the garden overgrown with weeds. Most of the townspeople avoided it, claiming it was haunted by the memories of its past occupants. One summer afternoon, a group of adventurous teenagers gathered at the Willowbrook Public Library, sharing stories about the abandoned house. Among them was Sarah, a curious and fearless young woman who had a reputation for exploring forbidden places. As the group discussed the legends, Sarah's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Come on, guys," she said, a mischievous grin spreading across her face. "Let's spend the night in the haunted house. See if there's any truth to the stories." The others exchanged nervous glances, but the allure of the unknown was too strong to resist. As dusk settled over the town, the group made their way to the abandoned house, flashlights in hand. Climbing the creaking staircase to the attic, they felt a shiver run down their spines. The air was heavy with the scent of decay, and the room was filled with dust-covered furniture and forgotten belongings. Old photographs lay scattered on the floor, their faces distorted by time. Ignoring the unsettling atmosphere, they set up their sleeping bags and tried to laugh off their unease. But as the hours passed, the attic seemed to come alive with whispers and eerie creaks. Shadows danced along the walls, and the wind outside seemed to carry mournful cries. Sarah, determined to prove her bravery, suggested they play a game of truth or dare. Each dare became more daring, each question more probing. As the game escalated, tensions grew, and the once fun atmosphere turned tense. Finally, it was Sarah's turn. She chose dare without hesitation, determined to show her friends she was unafraid. The others exchanged secretive smiles before whispering amongst themselves. Then they turned to Sarah and said, "We dare you to spend an hour alone in the attic." Sarah's heart raced as a mixture of fear and excitement coursed through her veins. She knew she couldn't back down now, not with her pride on the line. With a forced grin, she agreed and watched as her friends left the attic, their footsteps fading away. Alone in the dimly lit attic, Sarah's bravado quickly faded. Every shadow seemed to contort into menacing forms, and every creak of the floorboards echoed like distant footsteps. Time stretched on, and her nerves frayed. As the hour neared its end, a cold gust of wind swept through the attic, extinguishing the candle she had lit. The darkness pressed in on her, and the attic seemed to pulse with malevolent energy. Panic surged within her, and she struggled to find her flashlight. Just as the darkness threatened to consume her, a faint glimmer caught her eye. Among the scattered photographs, she saw a picture of a family, their faces worn and weathered, but filled with warmth. Among them was a young girl, her eyes mirroring Sarah's own. In that moment, the terror that had gripped Sarah shifted into something else, a sense of connection and empathy. She realized that the house held not only its own haunting past, but also the lives of those who had once called it home. As the hour came to an end, Sarah's friends returned, finding her visibly shaken, but changed. She shared her experience with them, and they listened in somber silence. With the first light of dawn, they left the attic, carrying with them a new perspective on the tales of the haunted house. And from that day on, the legend of the haunted attic transformed into a story of resilience, empathy, and the enduring power of human connection in the face of fear.